Greetings to you all, my people, and welcome to another episode of Damole News. Alright, my people, terrorists have sent serious warnings to Nigerian military. According to the terrorists, it said the Nigerian military does not have the power to stop them from killing and kidnapping Nigerians for ransom. Meanwhile, in another news trending online, youngster Wike have demolished a building because the building belonged to an Igbo man. Alright. Before I give you guys the full details of this news, please help us by liking and sharing this video so that YouTube and Facebook can recommend it to more people. Thank you. Now the news here reads, a Zamfara state bandit have sent serious warning to Nigerian military to abandon its kinetic approach and to the path of dialogue. In a video posted on S-Ando on Monday, the terrorist is heard mocking the armed forces and bragging that despite the escalation of strikes, banditry would continue to strive. He asserted that banditry will never be subdued by the power of guns as, according to him, we depend on God and from him we draw our strength. He further claimed that military personnel had to run and abandon their post in recent encounter. According to the bandits, he said, Nigerian armed forces, you are lying. By the will of God, you cannot conquer us. What do you think of us, some dispersed ragtag guys? We understand you are bragging that your troops will lay ambush at the usual spot to get us. I urge you to do just that. By the will of God, you are in for a bitter encounter with us. Just keep waiting there. We will soon be coming to you. How did you forget yesterday's engagement in such a hurry? How you fled into a nearby town because of our firepower? Therefore, for God's sake, stop misleading the public about your failed campaign. After you disgracefully fled, we proceeded westward towards Dambanza, where we blocked the highway and adopted travelers in their numbers. We also proceeded and dealt with the vigilantes at Gidan Taba. For God's sake, why did you come over there to us? Be informed that by the will of God, you cannot achieve what you are daydreaming about. You are just lying to yourself and the public. Unlike you, we depend on God and from him we draw our strength, contrary to you people who do not trust God but operate without guardians. Now that you guys are failed, you know you are not going to win. Stop deceiving the public. It's time we dialogue to stop hurting innocent people because we know too that we are not on the right path, but it's all about survival. Therefore, let's come to terms so we can stop banditry. You know you cannot stop us through the use of force. It is about time to go diplomatic. It is time to dialogue because we are not some kids that you can easily scare away. No, not at all. I'm currently fasting. I am not an ignorant person, so you cannot take me for a ride, the terrorist added. So my people, that is it. You see, all of these things is happening because the government has failed to solve the issue of terrorism in Nigeria. Alright, so moving further, the FCT minister Wike have ordered demolition of an estate after shouting, how can all this land be given to an Igbo man? So Chief Nicholas Ukachukwu, the chairman and chief executive officer of the SNECOU Group Limited, has decried the demolition of its investment on 214 acres of land in the Aso-Koro district of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. He accused the FCT minister Nyesom Wike of ordering the demolition. He lamented that the demolition was carried out without any court order despite pending valid 2 court orders from separate courts restraining the minister and the FCT administration from tampering with the property. According to AIT, the property sitting on 240 acres of land was demolished on Wednesday in the presence of heavily armed security operatives, including soldiers, policemen and personnel of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. After about 6 hours, the buildings, some of which had got to the window level and the fence had been pulled down, and all that was left was a heap of rubble. While speaking in an interview with the Channels TV, the Anambra-born businessman called on President Bola Tinubu to intervene and save the multi-million naira investment in the property. He claimed that the property was demolished because it was owned by an Igbo man and not because the company violated any law, as all legal titles had been sorted and obtained before commencing the development of the property. Alright, I'm going to let you guys watch the video and I'll be right back.
A developer of a multi-billion naira property near Asokoro has called on President Bola Tinubu's intervention following its demolition by the FCT administration. The property, which sits on a 214-hectare plot, was said to have been pulled down without any order of revocation issued by the authorities of the FCT. It marks the first major demolition by the Nyesom Wike administration.
On Wednesday morning, scores of armed security operatives, including soldiers, policemen, and civil defense, surround the 214-hectare property near Sokoro, where multiple luxury duplexes are being developed. After about 6 hours, the buildings, some of which had got to lintel level, and the fence are all pulled down and left in a heap of rubble. The property is owned by one of the foremost private developers in Abuja, Praco Nigeria Limited, led by Linus and Nicholas Ukachukwu. Ukachukwu claims the demolition was done in bad faith.
We can call for a meeting over the land. We went with our documents. After I see what we have with our lawyer and the other people's other sunrise, which they get part of that land. And we can say that there is nothing on this, that the court should take effect after going around the land. His normal ways of behavior. He started shouting, how would they take all this land and give to Igbo man?
According to him, all the legal title to the property had been obtained, including 2 ministerial approvals, the latest from the erstwhile FCT Minister Bello Muhammad.
He went through all due process, including ministerial approval. We have full final title, certificate, and offer.
A certificate of occupancy?
Yes, offer to certificate of occupancy.
Most alarming, according to him, is that there was no order revoking his rights to the property before the demolition took place.
As I'm talking to you now, we are not receiving any documents. All these things, we saw only what we saw, the demolition. The title has not been revoked. We have not been served.
Ukachukwu also insists the action of the minister of the FCT runs contrary to 2 pending court orders restraining any action by the FCT on the plot of land.
2 separate courts issued different court order restraining him from tampering or doing anything in those property. But all of a sudden today, we can move all the caterpillars in Abuja and went and started pulling those properties that we have invested billions into down.
He wants President Tinubu to wade into the matter to protect the rights of genuine investors and businessmen.
Calling Mr. President, who I know that has nothing to do with the tribe, to call on the bring either he remove this man.
So my people, that is it. I saw this news and I decided to share with you guys. Alright, so please let me know your opinion in the comment section, and please help us to like, share and subscribe to this channel so that YouTube and Facebook can recommend us to more people. Thank you so much for your time and God bless you. Amen.